Isolation, whether chosen or imposed, often serves as a profound period in our lives, carrying deeper meanings and significant opportunities for growth. Far from being a punishment, isolation can be a sacred time for reflection, self-discovery, and spiritual development. Inspired by spiritual teachings and the philosophy of Stoicism, this exploration delves into the profound benefits of isolation, the common pitfalls to avoid, and ways to transform this solitude into a powerful journey of spiritual awakening and personal growth. Chapter 1: The Divine Purpose of Isolation. Isolation is not merely a state of being alone, but a divinely orchestrated period designed for introspection and spiritual development. In this sacred space, we can focus on our spiritual growth without the distractions of everyday life. The quiet moments of solitude allow us to listen more closely to God's voice and understand His plans for us. This period is not about loneliness, but about being alone with purpose, fostering a deeper connection with the divine. From a Stoic perspective, isolation can be seen as a period of necessary retreat, similar to the practices of ancient Stoics who often withdrew from the hustle and bustle of daily life to reflect and strengthen their inner selves. They understood that solitude provided a unique opportunity to cultivate virtues and wisdom. Likewise, during our periods of isolation, we can embrace the chance to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with God. In isolation, we can contemplate our life's direction, examine our spiritual path, and align our actions with our highest values. This period allows us to strip away the superficial layers of our identity, revealing the core of who we are and who we aspire to become. By embracing solitude, we create a sacred space for spiritual transformation, where we can reconnect with our true essence and deepen our relationship with the divine. Chapter 2: Embracing Self-Discovery and Character Refinement. Isolation provides an unparalleled opportunity for self-discovery and the refinement of character. Without the noise and distractions of the external world, we can look inward and identify our weaknesses, working diligently to transform them into strengths. This introspective journey is essential for personal growth and spiritual development. Like the Stoics, who believed in the power of self-control and rationality, we can use this time to cultivate virtues such as patience, humility, and resilience. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-discipline and the practice of virtues to achieve inner peace and wisdom. By applying these principles during our period of isolation, we can strengthen our character and develop a more profound sense of self-awareness. Self-discovery during isolation involves examining our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It is a time to confront our fears, insecurities, and past traumas, allowing us to heal and grow. This process requires courage and honesty, as we must be willing to face the uncomfortable truths about ourselves. However, it is through this introspection that we can achieve genuine transformation. Character refinement also involves setting and pursuing personal goals aligned with our spiritual values. During isolation, we have the opportunity to evaluate our habits and behaviors, making necessary changes to align with our higher purpose. This period allows us to break free from negative patterns and cultivate positive habits that contribute to our overall well-being and spiritual growth. Chapter 3: Strengthening Faith and Spiritual Practices. In isolation, we can build a stronger foundation of faith by immersing ourselves in prayer and meditation. Without the usual busyness of life, we have more time to seek clarity and guidance from God. This period allows our faith to grow stronger as we rely more on God for strength and direction. Inspired by Stoicism, we can practice inner peace and virtue, aligning our actions with our spiritual values to lead a more focused and purposeful life. The Stoics taught that inner peace comes from aligning our actions with our core values and accepting the things we cannot change. By integrating these principles into our spiritual practices, we can cultivate a deeper sense of tranquility and purpose. Prayer and meditation are essential practices for deepening our spiritual connection. In prayer, we communicate with God, expressing our gratitude, seeking guidance, and surrendering our worries and fears. It is a time to open our hearts and minds to the divine presence, allowing God's love and wisdom to flow into our lives. Through prayer, we can find comfort, strength, and clarity, knowing that we are not alone on our journey. Prayer is a dialogue with the divine, a sacred time to connect with God on a profound level, to share our deepest concerns, and to listen for His guidance. It is a practice that reinforces our faith and reminds us of God's constant presence in our lives. Meditation, on the other hand, allows us to quiet the mind and connect with our inner selves. It is a practice of mindfulness and presence, where we focus on the present moment and let go of distractions. In meditation, we create a space for introspection and self-reflection, gaining insights into our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This practice helps us develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with God. By cultivating a habit of meditation, we can achieve greater emotional balance and mental clarity, which are essential for spiritual growth. Meditation encourages us to observe our inner world without judgment, fostering a compassionate and non-reactive awareness that can transform our spiritual practice. During isolation, we can also engage in other spiritual practices that nourish our souls and strengthen our faith. Reading and studying sacred texts, such as the Bible or other spiritual literature, can provide inspiration and guidance. These texts offer timeless wisdom and insights that can illuminate our path and help us navigate the challenges of life. By immersing ourselves in these writings, we can deepen our understanding of spiritual principles and draw closer to God. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-expression and reflection, allowing us to document our spiritual journey and track our progress. Writing down our thoughts, prayers, and reflections can help us process our experiences and recognize patterns in our spiritual growth. Engaging in acts of service and kindness, even from a distance, can help us stay connected to others and live out our faith in practical ways. Acts of kindness are expressions of our spiritual values, demonstrating love and compassion to those around us. Whether it is through a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a charitable act, these actions can have a profound impact on both the giver and the receiver. During isolation, we can find creative ways to serve others, such as sending encouraging messages, volunteering for remote support roles, or donating to causes that align with our values. By living out our faith through service, we reinforce our spiritual beliefs and contribute to the well-being of our community. In conclusion, isolation can be a fertile ground for deepening our faith and spiritual practice. Through prayer, meditation, studying sacred texts, journaling, and acts of service, we can cultivate a stronger connection with God and nurture our spiritual growth. By embracing these practices, we can transform our period of isolation into a time of profound spiritual enrichment and personal transformation. Inspired by both spiritual teachings and Stoicism, we can navigate this journey with grace, resilience, and a renewed sense of purpose. Chapter 4: Avoiding Negative Distractions. Isolation can be a breeding ground for negative distractions if we are not careful. Engaging in harmful habits such as gluttony and laziness can create barriers between us and our spiritual goals. Instead, we should focus on activities that nurture our souls and deepen our connection with the divine. Practicing mindfulness, dedicating time to prayer, and engaging in meaningful hobbies can help us stay grounded and spiritually nourished. Negative distractions, such as excessive indulgence in food, drink, or mindless entertainment, can hinder our spiritual growth and create a sense of emptiness and disconnection. These distractions can serve as temporary escapes from the discomfort of isolation, but they ultimately prevent us from fully embracing the transformative potential of solitude. By recognizing and avoiding these negative distractions, we can create space for positive and nurturing activities that support our spiritual development. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to stay present and aware during isolation. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions with clarity and acceptance. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our inner selves and our connection with the divine. This practice helps us stay grounded and centered, even in the midst of uncertainty and solitude. Engaging in meaningful hobbies and activities can also provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment during isolation. Whether it's painting, writing, gardening, or playing music, these creative outlets allow us to express ourselves and tap into our passions. These activities can be deeply nourishing for our souls, helping us stay connected to our inner selves and our spiritual values. They provide a healthy and productive way to use our time and energy, fostering a sense of joy and contentment. Chapter 5: The Power of Silence and Mindfulness. Silence is a powerful tool for deepening our spiritual connection. It offers a sanctuary from the noise and distractions of the world, creating space for introspection, prayer, and communion with God. In silence, we can hear God's gentle whispers and discern His guidance more clearly. Practicing mindfulness, which involves being present in the moment and aware of our thoughts and feelings, can help us connect with God on a deeper level. Silence fosters inner peace and tranquility, providing solace and comfort in the knowledge that we are loved unconditionally. The practice of silence allows us to retreat from the external chaos and tune into our inner world. In the stillness, we can listen to the voice of our soul and the divine presence within us. Silence provides an opportunity to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, gaining insights into our spiritual journey. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that we can receive profound revelations and guidance from God. Mindfulness, as a practice, complements the power of silence by helping us stay present and aware. By focusing on the present moment, we can let go of worries about the past or future and fully embrace the here and now. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space for clarity and understanding. This practice helps us develop a deeper connection with ourselves and with God, fostering a sense of inner peace and tranquility. Incorporating periods of silence and mindfulness into our daily routine can have a transformative effect on our spiritual well-being. By setting aside time for quiet reflection, prayer, and meditation, we create a sacred space for spiritual growth and healing. These practices help us cultivate a deeper awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, allowing us to align more closely with our spiritual values and purpose. Chapter 6: The Importance of Human Connection. Although isolation may make us feel disconnected, it is crucial not to isolate ourselves further from others. Human connection is essential for our well-being, especially during challenging times. Staying in touch with friends, family, and loved ones provides comfort, companionship, and a sense of belonging, even when physically separated. Meaningful relationships and a supportive community can uplift and strengthen us on our journey. Our connections with others serve as a reminder that we are not alone and that we are part of a larger, interconnected community. In times of isolation, it is easy to withdraw from others and retreat into our own world. However, maintaining human connection is vital for our emotional and mental health. Reaching out to friends, family, and loved ones through phone calls, video chats, or written messages can provide comfort and support. These connections remind us that we are not alone and that we have a network of people who care about us. The simple act of reaching out and hearing a familiar voice or seeing a loved one's face can provide immense emotional relief and a sense of normalcy during difficult times. Technology can play a significant role in maintaining these connections. Platforms like Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime enable us to stay in touch with loved ones across distances, making it possible to share moments, celebrate milestones, and offer support even when we cannot be physically present. Social media can also be a valuable tool for staying connected, allowing us to share our thoughts, feelings, and experiences with a broader community. By actively engaging with our support networks, we can foster a sense of togetherness and solidarity that transcends physical separation. Engaging in outdoor activities and hobbies can also help us stay connected to the world around us. Spending time in nature, whether it's hiking in the mountains, walking along the beach, or simply enjoying a leisurely stroll in the park, can uplift our spirits and remind us of God's presence. The beauty of the natural world can inspire feelings of awe and gratitude, helping us feel connected to something greater than ourselves. Nature has a calming and restorative effect on our minds and bodies, offering a sanctuary from the stress and challenges of daily life. The Stoics believed in the importance of recognizing our place within the natural order and finding harmony with the world around us. By immersing ourselves in nature, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience, drawing strength from the tranquility and beauty of our surroundings. Activities like birdwatching, gardening, or simply observing the changing seasons can provide us with a deeper appreciation for the natural world and our place within it. Participating in hobbies and interests, such as gardening, painting, or playing music, can also provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. These activities allow us to express ourselves and tap into our passions, helping to alleviate feelings of boredom and loneliness. Engaging in creative outlets provides a healthy and productive way to use our time and energy, fostering a sense of joy and contentment. Creativity can be a powerful tool for processing emotions and finding meaning during times of uncertainty. Hobbies and interests can also be a means of connecting with others who share similar passions. Joining online communities, forums, or social media groups dedicated to specific interests can help us find like-minded individuals and build new relationships. Virtual workshops, classes, or events can offer opportunities to learn new skills, share our creations, and gain feedback and encouragement from others. By staying engaged in activities that bring us joy, we can maintain a positive outlook and a sense of purpose during isolation. Additionally, volunteering in acts of service, even when done remotely, can strengthen our connection to others and enhance our sense of purpose. Supporting charitable organizations, participating in virtual volunteer opportunities, or simply offering to help neighbors and friends in need can make a significant difference. Acts of kindness and service not only benefit others but also enrich our own lives, reinforcing our values and deepening our sense of community. In conclusion, while isolation may present challenges, it also offers opportunities for growth and connection. By actively maintaining our relationships, engaging in outdoor activities, pursuing hobbies and interests, and participating in acts of service, we can foster a sense of connection, purpose, and fulfillment. Inspired by spiritual teachings and Stoic philosophy, we can navigate this period with grace and resilience, emerging stronger and more connected to ourselves, others, and the world around us. Chapter 7: Practicing Patience and Trust in God's Timing. Patience is a virtue that allows us to endure difficulties with grace and resilience. During isolation, it is important to remember that God's timing is perfect. Rushing the process can hinder our growth and spiritual development. By embracing the journey of isolation with patience and trust, we can cultivate a spirit of contentment and peace, knowing that everything unfolds according to God's divine will. Trust is the foundation of our relationship with God. It requires us to surrender our worries and fears, placing our faith in His wisdom and guidance. During isolation, we may feel anxious or uncertain about the future. However, by practicing patience and trust, we can find solace in the knowledge that God has a plan for us. This period of solitude is an opportunity to strengthen our faith and deepen our reliance on God. Practicing patience involves letting go of our need for control and allowing things to unfold naturally. It requires us to stay present and focus on the here and now, rather than worrying about what lies ahead. By embracing patience, we can develop a sense of inner peace and contentment, knowing that everything is happening according to God's divine timing. Trusting in God's timing also means being open to the lessons and opportunities that isolation presents. This period of solitude is a time for growth, healing, and transformation. By surrendering our fears and doubts, we can embrace the journey with a sense of curiosity and wonder. Trusting in God's plan allows us to see isolation not as a punishment, but as a divine invitation to grow closer to Him and discover the true essence of our being. Isolation, when approached with the right mindset and practices, can be a transformative period of spiritual awakening and personal growth. By understanding the divine purpose of isolation, embracing self-discovery, strengthening our faith, avoiding negative distractions, harnessing the power of silence and mindfulness, maintaining human connection, and practicing patience and trust, we can turn isolation into a powerful journey of spiritual enrichment. Inspired by spiritual teachings and Stoicism, this time of solitude becomes an opportunity to deepen our relationship with God, realign our priorities, and emerge as better individuals ready to fulfill His plans. Remember, isolation is not punishment but a divine invitation to grow closer to God and discover the true essence of our being.